guys, welcome back to the channel. The fall semester is about to start and I thought this would be a great time to start a new series on the channel, something I've been wanting to do for a while. So we're going to call this Music Theory Thursdays. What I want to do is really get into the nuts and bolts of music theory with you guys. We're going to start at the most basic, fundamental music theory ideas, and we're going to work our way over the weeks through to some more advanced concepts. Hopefully everyone will be able to follow along and be able to get some good out of this stuff. We're going to talk about all kinds of concepts and how they relate to the guitar specifically. I really hope this stuff will help you guys out in your own playing and understanding of music and help take you to the next level. All right, so we're going to start the whole series out talking about intervals. So what are intervals and why do we need to learn about them? Well, intervals are, at the most basic, the distance between two notes. So any two notes, really. Those two notes together are an interval. Every interval has a particular sound or kind of vibe to it, just depending on how those frequencies resonate together. And it's really important to understand these relationships between notes, because when we start building up chords, we're really just stacking those intervals, and it's important to understand how they work together. This is also extremely useful in your soloing, so when you're playing in a key, you're playing the right notes against the chords that you're playing. So really these are the most fundamental atomic level building blocks of all of our Western music, basically. Now here's the good news. There's only 12 intervals that make up basically all of our music that we know, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. 12 notes in a grouping from A to G sharp, and then what happens is those notes start repeating as you go higher. I'm just going to play everything from the note A just for today. So we're going to talk about all the notes that fall between A and the next highest A. The distance between two notes that are one fret apart is called a half step, okay? So if we played 5th fret A and 6th fret A sharp or B flat, that is called a half step, and that interval is called a minor second. If we played them together, it would sound like this. Not an interval that most people would find necessarily pleasing. If we go a whole step, which is 2 frets apart, which is A to B in this case, that's called a major second. If we played those together, it would sound like this. A little bit less crunchy. Still pretty dissonant though. Okay, so we've got minor second, really terrible sounding, major second. Now the next note up is called the minor third, okay? Which is a whole step plus a half step. So it would be A to C. If we had 2 whole steps put together, we'd have A to C sharp. That's called a major third. Really, really beautiful sounding, right? So here's our major third, minor third. So we've got minor second, major second, minor third, and major third. Now the next note up is the 4th, shocker, which is 2 whole steps plus 1 half step. There's a couple intervals that don't have minor versions, okay? So we have a minor second, major second. For the third, we have a minor third and a major third. For the fourth, we just call this perfect fourth. Because if you flatted the fourth, you would really just have the major third again, right? So this one's called perfect fourth. Now, how do you guys think that sounds? To me, it's just kind of vanilla-ish sounding, right? It's not very dissonant. It doesn't sound really pretty. It's just kind of hanging out there. Okay, the next note up, we're gonna call diminished fifth, okay? So this is 1, 2, 3 whole steps up from the root note. So in this case, A and D sharp. This interval is known by a couple of different names. Some people call it the diminished fifth. Other people call it a tritone. Some people call it flat five. What you really gotta know is that it's super crunchy also. I personally think about that as the Purple Haze interval. If you listen to Jimi Hendrix Purple Haze, at the very beginning, the intro part, it has 2 sets of diminished fifths alternating, right? It goes. So that's diminished fifth or tritone. The next one is perfect fifth. A lot of us guitar players know this as a power chord shape. Root fifth. So perfect fifth. The next one up is called minor sixth. Kind of dark sounding, right? Okay. The next one up is major sixth. That one sounds really pretty also. All right, the next one is minor seventh. And then major seventh. That one's really, really crunchy sounding. I actually really like that sound, even though it's super dissonant. Okay, so if we played those all together in order, you notice there's 11 intervals so far. We've got minor second, major second, minor third, major third, perfect fourth, diminished fifth, perfect fifth, minor sixth, major sixth, minor seven, and major seven. And the last but not least is called perfect octave, okay? That's the next highest repetition of the note A, the original note. 1, perfect eighth, or octave again. So A, and then the next A together, that's what we call an octave. I've got a whole video about octaves. I'll post a link to that right up here. You can go check that out. So there's our 12 intervals. The easiest way for me to remember it is that the fourth and the fifth are both perfect, and every other interval has a minor version and a major version. There's a lot of ways to play these on the guitar neck. I would recommend just taking one key, one root note like A, and practice playing all of those against the root note of A, okay? if you play all of the major intervals plus the perfect intervals, you've got a major scale, right? Root, major second, major third, perfect fourth, perfect fifth, major sixth, major seven, perfect eighth, or octave. Pretty cool, right? In the big picture, one thing we really want to do is get the sound of each interval in our ears so that when we hear it in a chord or a solo or something like that, we can identify it and go, ah, I know what that sound is. I got it. We'll talk more about the major scales in next week's video. If you guys have questions, please drop them in the comments below. I'll get to all of those. Hopefully this was helpful. Please subscribe to the channel. It really is the best way to support, and hopefully I will see you guys next Thursday. Till then, take it easy. Happy jamming. Peace.